All right. So first, I want to ask you, you grew up in Hampton Roads, 757. How does it
Mhm.
feel to have a street named in your honor?
Um, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like people ask, I mean, if I guess it feels cool. I mean, but I'm not a person who go big on accolades. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like I just, you know, I'm blessed to have a job and to still be current and be relevant. You know what I'm saying? And like to me, that's more important than anything because I think that sometimes be the problem in the world. Like people are, well, I did this, I did that. No, I think we have a gift and we have a job to do, and that's to like heal people because people say my music got them through their childhood, did this and that. So that's all. That's bigger to me than than anything. Always be able to help. Some people can't help. Way most people help, but I help through my music. So it's like for me, that's the biggest accolade, knowing that I can put out something if it's and people be like, oh man, that made me feel this and that. It's making people feel a certain way. I think that's the biggest accolade for me. I think me receiving accolades is I don't know. It's like I never really like surprise birthday parties, nothing like that. So it's like these things just be like I think it's great. It's I'm honored, but if I didn't get one, I'd be cool too. Cause you know what I'm saying? That's not what I do it for. I don't do it for to be put on a pedestal. So for me to be acknowledged is it's a blessing, but it's not something that like I'm jumping over the top. If that make any sense.
Yeah.
I'm very like conservative, like calm. Yeah, that's dope. And people, some people they used to stuff like that, like, oh yeah, man, you get. Nah, you'll never hear me say I'm this, I won this, I got this, I got that. The only thing that I get excited about is that my music history and the songs I put up my catalog is long. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing I do get excited about, that I put out great work and I'm still standing.
I like that. And speaking of your music, you're an icon in the music industry. What can people expect from the concert at the Norva? Any teasers?
I mean, just us having a good time. There ain't no really no, as you know, I'm Timbo the King. I'm a producer. So just really taking the new and people from nostalgia era of Virginia just down memory lane. You know what I'm saying? And I get to honor other people, myself, not the city, but myself honoring other uh, fellow producers of mine, such as Hand in Danger, Knox, and Binks. You know what I'm saying? I get to honor them. You know what I'm saying? Because who knows if this ever come again in life? Where they might get honored. So I think that's it's going to be like a big celebration, like a homecoming, like a party.
Okay. And then not only do we have the street naming ceremony, we have the concert. What else can we get from Timberland Celebration?
Um, I don't know. I'm curious to see what I'm gonna get from Timberland celebration. I'm just gonna show up and tell me, and my people's putting this together, so I have not a clue. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so it's
So,
gonna be a surprise for you too.
and which I don't like. So,
You
um,
did say you didn't like surprise birthday
yeah,
parties.
no, I don't like surprises. So I don't know, but I know that what I do know is like going speaking to the kids, something that I love. I love giving back. So that's like a happy moment. But the other stuff that they got planned, I really don't know.
Okay. And you say your team is putting this together, but what do you personally want people to take away from this event? Because I'm sure there's some intention when it comes down to things like this.
The only intention I want people to get across is to the younger generation. Is just coming from Virginia, and now that we grew up in a time where we didn't have social media. We didn't know how we was gonna make it out. We didn't know, and it was hard work and sheer will and dedication. Um, I would say to the people, what I hope to get out of this is for the youth is to never give up on their dreams. Hard work and dedication will, get you far. You know what I'm saying? And the number one factor is keeping God first. being from Virginia, that that's the main thing growing up in church is always keep God first, and things will prevail. And I think that that's what I want to resonate to the youth or people who still dreaming like, oh man, that's Timbo. He came from Virginia, blah blah blah. Yeah, I came from Virginia, but I stayed 10 toes down. And as you can see, our brothers, the Clips is killing it. They doing their thing for real. Then you got Chris Brown. We all from Virginia, and we stand down. So just know that dreams do come true. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want. I want if anybody that's from the 2000, born in the 2000, and they, and I've been a part of their life. I just want the takeaway to be like, you can be up on the stage too. You can do the things that I'm doing if you put your mind to it.
That. And the last thing I wanted to ask you, you talked about the youth and you talked about, giving back and keeping up with, the times and stuff like that. How does it, where do you see music in the next 10 years with you utilizing AI more and keeping up with the way the world is moving?
That's how it's gonna go. I mean, I come from a world of where it was tape, it was digital. I mean, it was analog. So once digital came into play and analog started to phase out, I knew that like music going to keep evolving. And I feel like now that we got AI is just another tool, you know. But now this tool allows the average person to make music. Just because you can make it or think it, that don't mean you should be making music. You know what I'm saying? So what we're gonna see is the same thing we will see in our music today. Is like it's a lot of people who make music, but their music is not good. You know what I'm saying? So I think nothing's going to change. It just you just going to see an abundance of more of it, which we already see now. You know what I'm saying? There's people maybe slap a demo on SoundCloud, Spotify. You know what I'm saying? And you be like, this is not it. And this is going to be the same thing with AI. You're going to hear generated music, and they're going to be like, that's just not it. But some people are going to use it to send letters to their mom, to do different things. It's going to be a new way of speaking and showing sentiment to people. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be all about streaming or putting it on Spotify. It's going to be used to people to write songs to people dying in the hospital, which I've seen that. I've seen AI been used to write a song to cheer their mother up. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a lot of music now is going to be like in your pocket now. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be about you learning how to play. You got to play this. It's going to be about taste. What's your taste and what you like and what resonates to the culture. So it's just another tool. But now I think the tool is being given to everybody who may be going to misuse the tool, but you're going to hear it. The same way you hear bad music today. It's not going to be any difference. It's just going to be more bad than good. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's going to be probably like people are going to use these new modern day tools, just like I said, for self preservations to send, like how we used to have cars to send to people. Now people are going to send music to people. Oh, I wrote this song for my mom, express how much I love her, using Suno or this and that, typing the lyrics. Okay. I'm not gonna say that's wrong because that's their way of expression, their creativity and love for whatever they loving. So I just think that people gotta get used to it. It's called evolving. If you just try to stay in one way, hey, you're gonna be looking like Boo Boo the Fool. That's one thing. I'm all by me. I came in the game putting crickets and babies in records where they told me, "What the freak is you doing?" Like you can't do that. So I'm always an innovator. You know what I'm saying? Do I love the analog? Yeah, I love that. That's a personal taste, but I love everything that comes with music. You know what I'm saying? It was a point in my life when computers came out where I was going crazy, talking about everybody. So, just critiquing everybody because I'm like, a laptop can't make no music like this. But then look at me, got egg on my face. Everybody using a laptop. Jay-Z said, "Man, why everybody these rappers putting this damn auto tune on their voice?" And he came out with Devil Auto Tune. We see that this came with death on our ears because everybody used auto tune. You know what I'm saying? So it's the evolution of music. People, I think with people now, afraid of is the same thing we was afraid of when digital came in and took analog out. It ain't no different. So it's like, okay, that's why I'm just like, I hit them with the thug. Whoop de do. Whoop de do. Okay? Get used to it. Learn how to create with it. Learn how to make your own personal touch to it. That's what it is. It's a tool. It's not a replacement. It's a tool. All this AI stuff people talking about afraid is allowing creators to create in different ways. Is it the skill of art and what we touch? Probably not as so, but you can't say that a person creativity and their brain thought showing different ways of how they view things it sometimes can be genius, and that it's the brain that can be the art, what I'm saying, how they think, you know. And I know producers who never touched the keyboard, never touched the drum machine, but can put a hit together in 2.2 seconds by bringing the right people in the room. You know what I'm saying? So creative is how you make it. Art is what you make. It's your artistry ain't gonna be what everybody's artistry is. I feel like we live in a new age of art that we're witnessing. So
Indeed. Yes. And I love how you touched on the evolution of music. Is there anything else that you wanted to mention that I may not have asked
no,
before I leave you?
I think I asked and answered questions of my own.
All righty. Well, it was nice meeting you virtually. I
Nice
hope to
meeting you
see you
too.
soon.
All right. Yeah, I think in October, right? This
Yep.
month.
Yep.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right. All
Take
right.
care.
All right.